and welcome. This is Ruth, and today I'm going to show you through a Pastel Parade, which is Tonic's brand new collection. It's a springy Easter kind of one, and the colours are really fabulous. There's lots and lots of dyes, and there's different things in it here. And one little thing that you may have seen before, because there is the most fabulous paper pad collection here. So we've got 8x8 and 12x12, and you may have got a kit beforehand, and this was in it. So I've used it on the inside of my little basket here, some paper from this, and I'm always a sucker for gingham, so I've used this too, and I'm sure you'll love that as well. So let's just have a look at what's all in this collection, and if you want, you could subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell. You'll be able to see lots more coming and anything else that I use this in, because obviously all of these products can be used with so many different things. And don't forget, if you do enjoy it, give it a big thumbs up. My affiliate links to everything I use will be down below as well in the description of the video. So if you buy through those, it doesn't cost you anything extra, but that does support my channel. So thank you very much. Now back to the products in hand here. We've got this big 12x12 pad, and then we've got the 8x8 one. I'm going to open this one up and let you see some of the papers inside it. They are absolutely fabulous. So I'll read you off the description from the front. This one has 36 sheets of 8x8, 200 GSM, so it's really good quality. 3 each of 9 double-sided designs, 3 each of 3 luxurious silver foiled designs. You can see that there. And 12 foiled tags and stamps, which are for use with the tags and stamp die set. And those are they. Now, the larger one has 18 sheets and 1 sheet of 160 GSM stickers. So the card itself, or the paper, is 200 GSM, and then the stickers are 160 GSM. Let's just have a look. Oh, that is something I hadn't actually twigged onto, so we'll just lift this out. I presumed these were, well, I didn't realise they were actually stickers, so let's have a better look at this. Oh, yes. Now I guess this is fairly new. Tonic may have done stickers before, but they haven't been lots of them. So look at this. Just lift that off there and show you. They're really easy to remove, and they are just so cute. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, I don't want to take that whole thing off because I want to use them, but we've got little bunnies and little sentiments, tags, all sorts of gorgeous things on there. So the large pad then has those absolutely gorgeous stickers, and the smaller pad then has the sheet of, where are they? The tags, these ones. So just a very quick look through this. You will have seen this if you've seen my kit video, so I did give a preview through it there. So as I always say when I'm showing it off a new pad like that, there are things here that are definitely for Easter, but you look to the other side and you've got this gingham. The whole way through that you're going to find butterflies, stripes, spots, chicks. I mean, all of these things don't necessarily have to be just for Easter at all, so do bear that in mind when you're looking through it, because you'll get so much more mileage out of it if you don't just use it for Easter cards and then set it aside until next year. Keep on using that and get your money's worth. So what else have we got? We've got lovely foiled stickers here. So these are foil fusion sheets, and you can cut off an area of that, put it down, rub it onto your card, and then place the foil fusion sheets over the top, and you'll get beautifully foiled Easter eggs and a banner and a happy Easter and beautiful sentiments as well. Those are really popular, and I can see why. I love using them because they're so easy and they just give that simple elegance to your cards. Next we have 2 really beautiful embossing folders. So this is a tiny little regular floral pattern, and that works really well with some of the little florals that are in the papers as well. But again, so many uses throughout the year. Now this one obviously would be mainly for Easter, but isn't it absolutely gorgeous? You could use that on plain coloured cardstock, or you could even ink it a little bit and add some colour to it as well. Look at that, all that beautiful colour, and the depth of that is really, really amazing. It's got to be a 3D folder. Now, we also have a stamp set. I should place this on something. Well, that's not great, but I'll show you, give you a rough idea of what we've got. I have an excellent Easter, and then a little chick, and some Easter eggs, and Happy Easter. And I'm just guessing here, those are bigger, are they? Right. Okay, well, we'll have a look at this. I'm not too sure what way we're going to use these yet, but I'm gathering that you could probably stamp that Happy Easter out and then die cut it. Yes, the die fits over that as well. So the dies work on their own here, and then they also work with this. So this large, the large egg die then cuts out the large egg on that, and then this one as well. So the stamps are really, really like have double uses. Okay, we'll just move straight on then to the dies. So we've got a large Easter egg and then this little patterned part as well. So you can cut out a plain egg and you can simply brush that, ink it, colour it, whatever you want. Or you can die cut this pattern and you can even have those different colours as well. So we've also got this gorgeous little bunny rabbit. Look at that, isn't he so cute? And then we've got this little with love and then a circle and then this lovely little layering scalloped one for around the outside. This little 3 heart pattern which fits into the egg. So this small egg has 3 patterns that fit inside at the stripe. This little floral one, sorry, it's the flowers that match this, and then this little heart area. And then these, I take it, are lovely little centres that you could add into the little flower here. Then we've got a large bow and 2 small bows, and then the Happy Easter. And then this one here says Easter wishes on a beautiful little banner and some foliage and flower as well. So that's all we've got here. Lots and lots to play with. So I'm going to do some die cutting and I'll be back in just a mo. I didn't even get as far as die cutting because I looked at this and it reminded me of, well, do you remember those little baskets that you used to make at school? They weren't necessarily always used as baskets because you could make them and use them very, very small with little written things inside and you pick the number and all of that. Well, maybe not. If not, you're younger than I am. Let's just do this. This is the 12 by 12 paper pad, and you can see already, this is dead easy. I'm just making a kind of Easter basket that you don't need any dies for at all, but then you can decorate it whatever way you like. So I have scored and folded that in 4, and now I'm going to take it this way again and do it diagonally. So just make sure that everything's lined up really well. You don't want to come to the end of that and find you haven't got all your points in the right places. So just take a moment or two and make sure everything's lined up and crease it really well because that helps at the end as well. Fold that right over there. And we'll just recap in a tick anyway to let you see exactly what I'm doing here. Okay, just a quick recap. I have folded it into 4, this way and this way. Then I have folded it diagonally, this way and this way. Now I'm going to set it face down and take each outside point and bring it right into the middle like that. And then crease this right along here. And I'm going to do that with the 4 corners. And burnish really, really well. Now, when you've got it like that, turn it over again and bring each of these corners into the centre. Now, if you've ever made one of these as a child, you'll remember now. It'll all come together. Now, these are quite thick now because there are several layers, so do make sure that you burnish them down really, really well. So press them down first and then go over them all with your bone folder. And bring that into here. I suppose it's a kind of origami, although I've never really called it that, but I'm sure that's what it is, because you're really, really creating a shape out of folded paper without cutting any of it. And there you are. Burnish that really, really well. And do remember, it is quite thick at this stage, so you do need to make sure everything is burnished. So turn it over to here, and then all of these little corners will already be burnished like that, and you can fold that little point in, just like that. Press all of those into the centre. Bring this together, and you'll probably remember now. Do you remember we used to do this? And then you could pick a colour and open it up. Anyway, there it is. So there's your little basket. Now, mine has just got a little weak in the centre now with all that burnishing. That does happen because there's lots and lots of folding going on. But I'm going to put a little ribbon in there, so that'll not matter. But look at that. A really, really cute little 4-piece basket. And you can put Easter eggs, chocolate, anything you want in there. I'm going to put a loop of ribbon in here first, and then we can decorate that whatever way we like. So here's my ribbon. And I'm just going to make that hole a little bit bigger. And push this down in there. Well, that's from the 12 by 12, and obviously you can make that whatever size you want. So you can chop that 12 by 12 down to say 10 by 10. Then this is the 8 by 8 paper, and I'm going to do exactly the same thing here and make a smaller one. Now, of course, you could just make sure that the pattern doesn't really matter which way it's going, because that will affect the end result. And it would look a bit silly, I suppose, if you had, say, the bunting one used, but something like this is just perfect. I wondered if a nice Happy Easter sign would look good on that little basket, on the bigger one actually. So I've cut this out twice, cut it out twice in white, and I've cut this out twice in pistachio green, and I've got 2 of them here. I really want a back and a front in this, and they don't actually match, obviously, because it's not symmetrical. So I have a kebab stick here that I'm going to put in the middle. That's going to go right on there. But what I've done here just to decorate this is I've taken the big Easter egg die and I've cut that out once in white card and twice in little chick paper, and I'm going to glue those on together, and then that will cover that on both sides. And I've done exactly the same thing with some little small eggs as well, and I'm going to pop those right in. So I've got this one and this one. I've got several of these ready, and the white card goes in between to strengthen them, but you need to have them covered on both sides so that it's visible from both sides whenever it's got this kebab stick on it. So let's just see how this goes. If what's in my head is right, this should actually look really nice and cover up the bits that don't actually match up, so that should be a win-win. The paper, of course, doesn't have to be the same pattern on both sides because it doesn't really have to match up. It's just really the shape that we want. I'm going to glue my, well, this is a kebab stick, but a wooden skewer, just whatever you call it or whatever you've got, that is just going to get glued on right there. And then because of the dimension of that, I'll need to add some 3D foam pads on. So I've got some of these Craft Perfect ones, and I'm going to pop them in here. I've wedged a couple of smaller pads in there just to hold that in, but you could just glue yours in with a hot glue gun or something like that to hold it sort of right away. Now I'm taking this one and I'm going to pop that right on over the top of that. So the bottom of it doesn't line up completely perfectly, but it lines up well enough because there's that little gap. However, that top part just doesn't look good at all because you've got your pieces sticking out here and here. So that's where this part comes in. This is going to get glued right down in here. You can glue it to the back or the front, whichever part you like. And then these little eggs will fit in here. And if you feel you need another one down there or some little decoration, go ahead and do that. But either way, that's what it's going to look like. And then when we turn it over, see, it's disguised all of that from the back and the front. This little bit along the bottom that doesn't match up perfectly doesn't really annoy me, but I didn't like this little piece showing here, and that might just be too fussy, but you know, it can be fixed, so don't worry. I just punched out or just die cut two of these little flowers, and I'm going to back them on so that they're again so that they're nice from both sides. And then I've just taken a little hole punch. You could use that little die if you want, if you're using patterned card or plain coloured even. But because I was using glitter card, I knew I would lose the detail on it anyway. So that's why my hole punch is sitting out there. That's this. And I've punched two little glitter circles. There's my little double-backed flower, just like so. And then these will get uh, just glued into the centre of that. Do you know that hole punch? I have had that for years and years and years. The handle has broken off. That had a lovely blue sort of silicone handle over it. It's long gone, but that has been so useful for all sorts of things. Anyway, there's how that looks. From one side it's tucked in and it's more visible at the front, and then on this one I'm going to do exactly the same thing. Drop of glue in there and pop it right down in there. So there you are. I have put this down inside here. I've actually left that little loop of ribbon there because I thought it looked quite nice as well, and it's sort of tied in with this one, which I'm not going to put a little topper on. So I've just put some hot glue in here and held that together, and it's really sturdy and it stands up really well as well. So I hope you like that one, and of course you can adapt that in all sorts of ways and put different things up at the top, but a really, really quick and easy little basket without any dies at all, except for the topper, of course. Now I'm going to make a card and I've everything ready for it here. Just shaping that pointy thing reminded me of a card that I sometimes made the inside of whenever I was demoing around shops and whatnot, because everybody seemed to like it. So I'm just going to show you how to do it here. I've got one of the 8x8 sheets of paper here, and I've got a 6x6 card, and I've just gone ahead and folded this, but I'll show you exactly what I've done. So first of all, I have folded it into 4 squares, so right in half like this, and then in half like this. Now, the piece that you'll see on the inside of the card is the piece that's here. This part will not be seen, so pick your colour while you're doing that. And remember again that a directional pattern probably wouldn't just look the best in this, but you can decide yourself what you like. So we have got that folded in 4, and then you're going to take just one diagonal fold. So again here, I'm just turning it over and folding it like that and burnishing all of those fold lines. Now when you open it back up again like this, you'll be able to fold it by the 2 points. Just take those 2 points and fold them up like that, bring them together, and then this will come down and it actually folds in just like this. Now if you take your 6x6 card and just place that there with now make sure that the open edge is to the open edge of the card and the point is right up against the fold, and center this so that this is sort of halfway between here and here. Then you can go ahead and glue this part onto the base of the card. So I'm going to add some glue onto that first, and then it's really, really easy just to add the next part after that. The main part is just making sure that everything's burnished really, really well so that all those folds are nice and crisp. So the point into the fold of the card, these opposite each other here, and this facing outwards. So just make sure that you can fold the card right over that, and then you're good to go. So all you need to do now then is add glue onto that, just right around the edge there. Fold that over and press it down. And then when you open your card, you'll get this, and it's really, really lovely just to open that up and get a lovely surprise inside it like that. So I have cut a little square of white card and a little square of purpley card. It's actually mauve purple, and I'm going to just glue those in there because that's where you would write, because obviously you can't really write on the patterned paper there. So I'm just going to put this inside like that, just sort of center it inside this diamond. And then I've taken the little bunny die cut. That's the little bunny from the little die set, and that's going to go just there. Now, obviously we need to decorate the front of the card, so I have taken a layer of everything ready here, a layer of the mauve purple again to match this background here, and then I actually was going to use that, but I think I'm preferring that spotty side to the paper there. So we're going to layer this up just like that. This is actually a really, really quick and easy card. The outside, the front of it, doesn't need to be spectacular because you're going to have a spectacular inside. I actually think it's better to keep the front simple, and then the surprise is better whenever you open the card up. But I'm just going to layer that right onto the card front like that. And this time I've taken the Happy Easter that I used for the topper here. I've cut the background out in white and the top out in the same mauve purple, and I'm going to glue that up towards the top of the card, this time in the center, or ish, right about there. And then I've gone back to the die set here, and I've taken the large outside shape of the egg here, so that's this one, and then this one, and this one. So I've cut those three out. Now it's important to cut them out first and then emboss them afterwards, because if you did it the other way around, you would flatten all the embossing. So I've now got three beautiful embossed eggs, and that's done with this gorgeous embossing folder. So look at how deep that embossing is. It's really, really beautiful. And I'm going to add those on just down at the bottom of the card here, which is why I left lots of space up there. So you don't want it right down, you'll want a little gap to sort of match the gap up there. And then these other two. But actually, I'm going to leave that first just a second. I've cut out the big bow, so that's with this die here, and you can see that it has a kind of little arc to it there that goes across the front. The longer edge goes down the center of the egg, and you can just take that and set it on there. It's really, really pretty and really, really nice to have all the colors coordinated there. And if you just use that mauve purple on them all, it sort of just accentuates everything together. Need to move that over slightly. There we are. I've also cut out the smaller bows. The other one is here somewhere. There it is. And I'm going to pop those onto these little eggs here. And then I've got the little bunny rabbit cut out as well. And he's going to go on so that it all matches there. I think I'll pop him right in front of the larger egg there. So this one's going to go there. I think I'm just varying that a little bit. And this one here. And the little bows on top. I had some of these buttermilk crystal drops on my desk. I usually have, actually. It's actually almost empty. And I thought because of these little yellow circles in here that it would be nice to add a little dot on top of the bows there. And then I'm going to go up here. There's little dots on this Easter egg. And I'm going to add just a tiny little dot here and there across that as well. There. And that's it. What do you think of that one? Now for another even quicker and easier card. So I've got an A2 top fold card this time, and I've got a piece of pumpkin orange card that just fits inside it. And then I've taken some buttermilk yellow and I have just trimmed it down and put it through this gorgeous little Easter egg embossing folder. And that's going to go on there. And I wanted to use the stickers this time, and I love all of them, but I absolutely love this one here. So this one is going to go on just down there. And when I say a quick and easy card, I really mean a quick and easy card, but I think that's what stickers are for. So I'm going to do that, and then we'll add a little sentiment on the top. I'll glue all of this together first. I've put the little with love sticker up there, and then I've got this little heart one up there. Now just to finish that one off, I thought it would be really nice with a bit of dimension on it. So I've taken this die, I've cut that out 5 times, and this as well, 5 times in pistachio green, and this one, the flower, in the little patterned paper from the pad, so it's the opposite side of the one with the little chick on it. So I've just, a few of those I've given a little shape to, like that. I've actually done it on the other side first, and then turned it over and pressed into the centre. So now all I'm going to do is sort of bring them down the centre of this panel, not in a straight line, but in a kind of wavy line, and then tuck the little flowers in behind. I'm going to do a little bit of foiling now with the foil fusion sheets. So I've just decided to cut off the Happy Easter one. I think that's really, really lovely. And I've got a panel of white card here, so I'm just going to cut around here very carefully so that I don't damage anything that I'm not using. And very carefully again peel the backing sheet off that, because you don't want to touch, you don't want to get your fingers on this part here. You can lay that down where you need it. Now I might just trim this off a bit, so it's okay just to, not have it centered at this stage, because I might just cut it down a little bit, and then go over this with my little bone folder to make sure that all of the backing is attached to the white card in below there. You can see it just gets a little bit darker as you're working on it. Just take an extra minute or two and make sure you have that pressed down really well, because when you lift that off, you can't really place it down again to have a second go at it, although you can do that with the foil. But at this stage, you'll just get that one chance to do this, and just be careful that you've done it correctly and all of it's attached. See, there's a little bit that I hadn't actually attached properly there. And if I'd lifted that up, I really couldn't have done anything with it except try to add a little bit of extra adhesive with a pen or something like that, but just carefully do that. Then you can peel this off. And that now is the adhesive that you can put your foil on. So I've cut a piece of foil to fit over the top of that, and I'm just going to lay this down foil side up, just like that, and then attach this just by rubbing my little bone folder over it. on the flat side. I don't want to mark the card below it, so I'm just going to do it on the flat side. But if you find that you've a bit that isn't properly attached, it's quite all right at this stage to set it down again, move the foil around, and just make sure that you've got foil covering all of the adhesive that's in below there. I backed my little foiled panel onto some green cards. It's pistachio green again, and I've got some 3D foam pads in the back of that. And then this is a little A2 card, but it's a side folding this time, and I really kind of like that diamondy pattern, and it's sort of the green brings the green out in that as well. So I've matched this up. I was going to put it like this, but I think I'll just go with an angle on it. You can see there then that I've made the same little flowers that I used on the other card. And I've shaped them as well, and I'm going to add a couple up here and then a couple down here and attach the little leaves in again. And I'll probably put my crystal drops in, so I better leave that the right way up because it's almost done. I think I've got another one there, but anyway, let's go ahead with this. I think I've used everything apart from the stamps now. So I've got 2 of the big Easter egg stamps, and I've got them in my stamping platform, and I'm just going to print them out. You can see there that I've left a gap in between because I've got the dies there that fit as well. So I'm going to stamp these out and then colour them in and make a nice little card with those as well. Do you know, I'm really loving collections like this from Tonic because every time you get a collection and everything's there, you can make really, really quick and easy cards if you want. And you can actually combine them with lots of your other die sets if you prefer that, and go a little bit extra and make some more detailed cards. But for this, I'm just loving the simplicity and the ease with which you can just have some quick and simple cards ready in no time. I've layered the paper on, and it's really lovely floral paper this time with the lilac in behind. I think that's possibly mauve card. I'll put the name up on the screen, and then I've got that one, and the 2 little eggs go on top, and you can see there I've done a little bit of shading around that, but I've left all those little dotty areas free because I'm going to add, well, I'm hoping to add these. If they're finished, I'll have to go and look out for the new one. I stamped out "Have an excellent Easter", and I just put that on white card, and then I backed it onto some mauve purple that matches the back there. And I've got this lovely little sticker again. I'm really, really enjoying those stickers, and I'm just going to put that in there just to finish it off, and it balances the card because we've got a bigger space here than there with the little sentiment up at the top. And my challenge to myself is now to try and get the photographs of this taken without sticking my fingers in all of those crystal drops. Don't forget, if you are enjoying this video as you're watching, to give it a big thumbs up. I'd really, really appreciate that, and it does help my channel. But we're going to have a little look back at what I've made very, very quickly, and then I'll put lots of photos on at the end. There's always lots of photos on at the end of my videos. I'm not sure if you stay long enough to catch that, but I always put all different angles so you can see these from maybe different angles that you haven't noticed as I've been making them. So I've left this in because I just thought it was nice, as I said before, and that's the little basket. So easy. Do let me know if you try that one because I think you'll enjoy that. It's very, very quick and easy, and there's the smaller size in it. Then we've got this one. Haha, I love that. I hope you enjoy that one too. And then we've got these two, which I made next. Now, this is definitely not my usual type of card. I don't use stickers an awful lot, but I'm getting to like them. I really enjoyed using that, and I do like to sort of combine it with other things too. Isn't that embossing folder just gorgeous? All those eggs on. And then this one with the foiling, and then this one with the stamps. So you can let me know what your favourite is. I'd love to know, and love to know what you think of those stickers as well. They are very sticky. They're not like washi tape where they're just going to come off whenever you've used them and you decide you're going to change them or whatever. Do be careful where you put them down because they are designed to stay, and that's a really, really good feature of it. But just be careful whenever you're putting them down in the first place. So thank you very, very much for watching, and don't forget that my affiliate links for everything will be down below in the description of this video, and if you use those it doesn't cost you anything extra, but I do get a little commission and I really do appreciate that. Thank you very, very much in the meantime. Thanks for watching. Happy crafting. Bye bye.